When you're trying to understand how someone feels about a certain thing, when you're trying to understand how they conceptualize it, how it plays a role in their life, it's often helpful to have them compare the thing you're talking about to something that they love. When I start an interview, or during the small talk in the waiting room, or when you walk into a house, or when you start a Zoom conversation, I like to have a little bit of small talk that allows me to feel out what someone is passionate about. You can tell by seeing what's behind them, on the back of a frame, the clothes they wear. You can have a small conversation about music type or sports teams. But once you have that information, you can use it to your advantage. And so one thing that I like to do when I'm conducting interviews, when I'm conducting research, is to take something that someone is passionate about and use that as the basis for a projective exercise. What I've found, a really good one, deals with hip hop and MCs. If you have a consumer who's into hip hop music at all, or is even familiar with it, you can actually take the product or service you're talking about in your customer research, and you can have the participant compare it to their favorite hip hop MC. I know this sounds silly, but there's passion behind it, and it allows a lot of dimensionalization. So I often will ask questions like, if this product was a hip hop MC, or if this product was a famous rapper, who would it be and why? Of course, this only works if they're familiar with the topic and if they are able to speak about it with some conviction. But those who have passionate, deep-seated beliefs. They can describe to you why the product is like Ghostface Killah because of the wonderful vocabulary and the wonderful imagery the product provides. They can describe the product like Illmatic era Nas. They can talk about it being a classic rapper. They can talk about it being someone modern. They can talk about the way the person carries themselves, where they're from, their authenticity. For whatever reason, if this product was an MC, who would it be and why exercise gives you a lot of really good content that reveals how someone feels about a brand. Once that person decides who that character is, you can have it compared to other characters. So for example, if the participant says, oh yeah, that product is very much like Drake. Okay. Who's the greatest MC of all time and why? That's the next question. Then they'll bring out a list of their favorite artists, their favorite rappers, their favorite MCs, and you can compare it and you can see what elements of that brand, product, or service compare to elements that are seen as better than or worse than the product, service, or brand you're talking about. Who is the greatest MC of all time can be a discussion that lasts for a very long time also. So you want to couch that discussion as tightly as you can. But anything that will explore someone's passions, something they're passionate about, really helps you when someone's speaking about something that they're either unfamiliar with or not as passionate about. We do all sorts of projective exercises. not all work in the same circumstance. This one is quite good for uncovering how someone feels about a brand, product, or service in a really dimensionalized way.